You've probably been using these Nuance Audio Glasses completely wrong. I mean, yes, they look like normal glasses, but they're actually hearing aids too. And if you just take them out of the box and hope for the best, then you're going to miss 50% of what they can actually do. Okay, hands up, I admit it, I never read the manual for anything. But with tech like this, it's worth knowing exactly what they can do. Most people think that you can put these on and they'll magically fix your hearing. And this runs the danger of you ending up a little bit disappointed with them. So, what have I got in store for you today? In this video, I will show you the physical setup, the app and pairing. I'll run through the controls, the sound settings, and the key features that make the biggest difference day to day. And therefore, and I hope, by the end of today's video, you'll know exactly whether you're using them correctly or not. For context, I run one of the largest independent audiology clinics in London, so I see firsthand what works and also what doesn't every single day, including with Nuance Audio Glasses. So let's kick off with the basics. So first things first, these are Nuance Audio Glasses, which are essentially smart glasses with built-in microphones and speakers, running hearing aid software. They're only designed for adults and they're suitable for you if you have a perceived mild to moderate hearing loss. And importantly, it's an over-the-counter system. Now, what that means is that you don't need an audiologist technically to set them up. You choose your own settings and you customize everything yourself via the app. Inside the box, which I have to tell you is beautifully made by the way, you get the glasses, a carry case, the charging pad, a USB-C cable to plug into the charging pad, cleaning cloth and instructions, all of which I'm going to cover in great detail throughout this video. So let's take a look at the glasses themselves. On the frame itself, you've got 6 microphones aiming to focus on what's in front of you. You've got speakers delivering the sound into your ears, an LED indicator which indicates the glass's status, a multifunction button, and then a tap area for gesture control. So unlike traditional hearing aids, everything is built into the glasses frame. When you get home with this new tech, the first thing that I would recommend is charging them fully. I've got to tell you, I really like this solid, well-made charging pad, and it couldn't be simpler to use. Simply plug it in using the USB charging cable, which is provided, fold the glasses closed, and then drop them into position with the top of the glasses facing down. You'll feel the glasses pull in place with the built-in magnet. You'll then notice the LED flashing here, which will turn solid green when they're fully charged. This normally takes around 3 hours, so is good to do whenever you go to bed every evening. The glasses themselves also have a battery level indicator, so when you pick up your glasses from the charger, both the charging pad LED and glasses frame LED will indicate the battery level for a few seconds. If it's red, it means they've got between 0 to 20%, and green, they have more than 20% charged. It's worth sharing that Nuance do warn you that if you don't charge them for over 6 months, then the battery can fail, so regular use is important. So before you set these up, you need to download the Nuance Audio app, which is available on both iOS and Android. Once downloaded, I'd recommend creating an account using your email address and you'll receive a verification code. The instructions are intuitive, they really are, but I will still take the time to run through them with you today. And what I will say is that it's best to follow the instructions fully and don't open, turn on, or put the glasses on until instructed to do so. Even if you're really excited, don't skip ahead. Otherwise you can interrupt the pairing process. Not that I'm speaking from experience. To pair your glasses, first of all put them into a pairing mode by pressing and holding the button until you see a blue flashing light. Then, on screen, press Pair My Hearing Aids and accept all of the Bluetooth permissions. Your glasses should appear, then select and confirm. It really is as simple as that. If you only take one thing from this video, it's to make sure that you perform this head calibration, as you can technically wear these glasses without going through this process. In reality, this means that they won't be calibrated to your head and ear canal shape and size, and it can result in feedback, it can result in poorer sound delivery, and also the over-amplification of your own voice. I'd recommend sitting in a nice quiet place, and the app will check that it's quiet enough to perform this test, and then follow the on-screen instructions. You'll hear various sounds and make sure that you speak when prompted. The system will then tune itself to you, your ear canal shape and size, etc, etc. This is the home screen when you open up the app, which is nice and clean. In the top left, you'll see the battery life. The glasses also feature a noise tracking system in the top right, which measures the noise around you. I've seen this in a few OTC hearing aids, and whilst it's more of a safety feature, realistically, most of you won't use it in the long term after the novelty wears off. These glasses default to preset C and volume level 3, and I'll cover the various presets in a second or two. If they sound off, don't worry, there are various adjustments that you can make, such as if you want to adjust the volume, simply increase or decrease here, with 1 being the softest and 5 being the loudest. It's worth mentioning that when you adjust any of the settings, you may find that you benefit from different presets, volumes and noise reduction settings in different environments. As far as the presets go, A is for if you have a mild flat hearing loss, B is a mild high frequency hearing loss, C is for a moderate high frequency hearing loss, and D is for a moderate flat hearing loss. Technically, the only way in which you'll know which is right for you is if you've already had your hearing tested, which in my opinion is essential, or by experimenting with the different settings now. But it is in reality taking a bit of a stab in the dark if you haven't. You'll then notice the background noise control settings, of which there are 3 different options to choose from. Low being the strongest noise reduction, medium is balanced, and high is the most natural, but you'll also hear most of the noise around you, which defeats the purpose of wearing this tech. Then finally, there are 2 options when it comes to the audio mode, both frontal and all-around mode. With frontal mode, it focuses the microphones in front of you, and all-around provides you access to all of the sounds around you in 360 degrees. If you do make any changes to the programs or volume, then it adjusts both ears equally. So one of the downsides of this tech is if you have a difference between your ears, then they can't be tailored accordingly. Now, quite conveniently, you don't always have to remove your phone and open the app to make adjustments to the settings on your Nuance Audio Glasses. There are changes that you can make to the glasses themselves, which don't have the same degree of flexibility as opening the app, but nonetheless, it still puts you in the driving seat. If you give the button a short, sharp press, then the volume will cycle. Whereas if you hold the same button down, it will turn the glasses either on or off, which you might find useful as there is a limit to the battery life on these of around 8 hours, which is the thing that I've heard complained about the most with this technology. Finally, with a double tap of the tap area, they'll cycle between the frontal and all-around mode. Now, quite fortunately, there isn't really a lot that needs doing to maintain the Nuance Audio Glasses. Use the cloth provided to wipe the lenses and frames regularly, especially around the microphones and speakers, because if they get blocked, it will affect the sound quality. I'd recommend to avoid using water, sprays or alcohol directly on the glasses themselves, and never submerge them in water, otherwise they're toast. And if you're storing them, keep them in the case to avoid dust building up rather than leaving them out on the charger. Now, there are also a few important safety points that I think you need to be aware of. Firstly, they're not waterproof, so don't wear them in the rain or shower. It's also worth noting that excessive sweat or heat over time can affect the electronics, so I would be mindful during workouts too. They also contain magnets, so if you have a pacemaker or medical implant, you should keep them at least 6 inches away. And speak to your doctor if you're unsure. Now, they're also not suitable for MRIs, of course, so always remove them beforehand. Now, that's not everything. If you want to compare what these can do to the best technology available this year, then you've got to watch this video.